Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. Unbiased price action analysis means we identify levels and setups for the bull case scenario and the bear case scenario, and we just look to trade it unbiasedly in real time. There is no prediction in Uncle Charles' YouTube channel. With that being said, we had a beautiful drop last week, looking like an ABC pattern to the downside here. And what level did we hit yesterday? Our moving average. We hit a critical moving average. Let me change the color to this to red. Now I'll put it to blue. We hit the 50 daily moving average, guys. That's that orange line right there. Also a back test of this down trend line that I had that we broke out back in early October. So far, it is defending. Okay, so far it is defending ABC pattern. Does the bears have more in them to push the market even lower? That is the question. And this week, guys, if you guys been sick of the choppiness and stuff like that, well, this week we got some big catalysts. As you guys know, we got big election day. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Oh my goodness, who are you guys voting for? Comment below. And also, we have FOMC later this week on Thursday with Uncle Powell speaking. It's going to be incredible. You guys don't want to miss this and all the beautiful volatility that's going to happen. Now, as far as last Friday goes, guys, you guys should know by now how Uncle Charles trades and how I use the levels. I use the 15-minute chart. I take the levels that I identify on the daily chart and then I add them on the 15-minute chart so that I can trade them intraday. And I wrote in my Discord, guys, 572 is first resistant. This is from Friday, and must clear to put 573.5 and 575 in play. If 570 fails and 568 fails, bearishness continues with the lower targets in play. And once we identify the levels, we just wait for the setup. And we got the setup when it cleared my 572 level. So in the morning, we was watching for either the breakdown of 570 or the breakdown of 572. And boy, oh boy, I wrote right here, 572 cleared, put it 573.5 and 575 in play. Look at that beautiful move. Cleared 572. Cleared 573.5. And smash 575. Now, once we got to 575, that's where the trap began. This is probably where a lot of people got tricked out, because a lot of people just, I don't know. It's tough to play with the trap, to trade with the traps, apparently. But if you are really good at it, and level to level style, you should have been okay. You should have been okay, because you see here, we had the false breakout. Let me change the color of this one to red. Okay, we had the false breakout of 575 and it hit 573.5 for a level-to-level move down here. Okay, once we got the bounce, 575 cleared again, and then boom, unfortunately, another trap. And this time a false breakout, double top, M pattern, whatever you want to call it, and it led to more downside. So the first setup was very smooth, getting everybody comfortable, thinking it's going to be a great day, and then boom, they started getting trappy. Level to level style is how we trade it, because you guys can see why. When you're trying to trade and get that home run move, the market maker is going to disappoint you and do crazy stuff like this. But yeah, I mean, if you trade it level to level style, you're able to catch at least one setup. You should have been okay. I usually trade 1 to 2 setups a day. I usually do not go past 3. I never trade zero DTEs. Okay, I never trade the 0 DTEs for the contracts. So if you guys are doing that, and you're struggling, I recommend you guys stop doing that, because I don't even do that. Okay, guys? But it's up to you. You guys know yourself better than me. Now, as far as the price action goes and how we're going to trade today, well, we got the back test of the 50 daily moving average. So we still see the bulls are still around at critical levels. Where is the 20? Where is the 5? Okay, you see the 5 is around 576.4ish. Okay, as of right now, guys, I have resistance at 574. Well, 572, it's above that. That's a support level. But next resistance at 574, 576, and a critical fib level at 578, which is also around where the 20 daily moving average is. Now, while we are getting a bounce off the 50 daily moving average, it's very hard for me to be bullish when the price is below the 5 daily moving average and when it's also below the 20 daily moving average. Okay, so now that we got the test of the 50 daily moving average, for me to get bullish, like I said, those levels that I mentioned must clear, but I can't call a bottom unless we're above 578, which would be a recapture of both the 20 daily moving average and the 5 daily moving average. Okay, now we know that's when I'm gonna get bullish, when we get above 578. We know that we are going to get more downside if this bounce off the 50 ends up being a dead cat bounce. Okay, so we'll know it's a dead cat bounce because we already got the bounce. All right, if the bounce doesn't lead to clearing those resistant levels, and then once again 572, 570, and 568 fails, we know that's a dead cat bounce, and we're heading down lower, possibly down to 565. And I wouldn't be too surprised if we get even lower than 565, like maybe down to this gap fill. We have a gap at 563.5ish that has not been filled in a while. Okay, so remember, guys, we clear 574, 576, and 578. Above 578, Uncle Charters is calling a bottom. If we drop below 572, 570, and 568, Uncle Charters is favoring we drop to 565. And a big possibility we fill the gap at 563.5, okay? And I'm telling you right now, if we lose 568, if we lose the 50 daily moving average, that's extremely bearish. And like I always do on my channel, I'm going to follow the price action. It's not about predicting, because that's not what I do here. It's not about being a bull or a bear, because that's not what I am. It's about being a sheep, to trade it unbiasedly up or down. It doesn't matter. Screw the market makers and screw the Uncle Charters haters, because this is how I trade, level to level. Triple Q had a beautiful move with Triple Q as well. This was intraday last Friday. You know, I had a what level I have? 486.5 level, guys. I'm trying to show you guys how simple this can be. You don't need to know the future and all this crazy stuff. 486.5 level and a 485 level. It cleared the 46.5 level. Hit 488. Hit 490, and then from 490 we had a couple of false breakout setups, smashed 488, and then just chopped. But one good setup is all you need a lot of time. One level to level move a day keeps the 9 to 5 away. Now let's get to the daily chart. But yeah, inside candle setup, big body red candle. Are we gonna get a bounce? All right, if this is a bounce, 490 must clear to start. And then 492 and 493.5 must clear. Above 493.5 would be a recapture of this multi-month trend line, okay? Right now, we got the breakdown from last Thursday, and then last Friday, we got the back test as resistant. For bearish follow-through, 46.5 and 485 must fail today. If those levels fail, guys, we are heading down a lot lower. Below 483, I'm thinking we could drop all the way down to 477-ish area, or maybe even fill the gap around 474-ish. All right, but I can't get bullish unless we get above 490 and 493.5. That's to recapture the multi-month trend line, and would put 497 and 500 all back in play. NVDA, we had a beautiful move of NVDA, but I think you guys understand how to use the 15-minute chart at this point for intraday trading. Had that big breakdown last week from the triangle. Little inside candle setup here. If we are going to bounce, 139 and 141 must clear. I can't get bullish unless we get above 139 and 141, all right? If we break down 137 and 135, more downside in play, down to 133 and 131.5. And below 131.5, I'm thinking we could go fill the gap down to 127-ish, maybe even lower than that, all right? Just look to react. I'm giving you guys the levels. Use the 15 to 30-minute charts for the setups, okay, guys? Tesla, big gap down. If we are to go more downside intraday, 242 and 240 must fail to put the fib level at 237 and play below 237. It's going to be extremely bearish. It's already bearish, but it's going to be more bearish down to 230 or lower than that. 226.5 would be the next fib level. All right, if we are going to get some relief bounce, 244, 246, and 248 must recapture. The big gap from where it's gapping down is around 249, 250-ish area. So needs to clear 250, and then I do have a fib level at 252. That must clear to try to call a bottom. But as right now, it's looking bearish. 242 fails. More downside incoming, guys. IWM chopping around a little bit, but if it can break down 218 today, bearish with 216.7 and 215 incoming, and above 220 and 222, I'll get bullish again. Maybe a W pattern is playing out to put 224.5 or all the way back up to 226 and 228 in play. Okay, add those levels to your charts. Apple, we talked about a breakdown of the 228.4 level last week, and it definitely gave us a beautiful move to the downside. But as of right now, it's messing around the fib level at 221.5. It's below it. So if it's below it and 220 fails, more downside incoming down to 218, 216.6 or lower. All right, if it's above 221.5, it's going to need to clear 223 or 225 to put 227, 228.4 in play. I can't call a bottom unless we can recapture 228.4. Amazon, I'm looking at a 6 hour. Let me get to the daily chart, the 1 day chart. Yeah, big gap up. Big gap up. Will there be some profit taking? If there's going to be profit taking, support at 195 must fail to put 193 or 190 in play. Big gap down there. Gotta lose that 195 and 193 level, guys. Otherwise, we could be basing for a higher move. All right, 197 clears, 198, 200, and 201.2 will be back in play. Here is Meta. Go to daily chart. Yeah, Meta's around 565.7-ish. As of right now, I have support at 565, 563.5, and 562. We bounced a lot around the 562 level. That is a fib level. So if we can break that down, I would definitely favor more downside with 560 or low in play, possibly all the way down to 554-ish. But if we are going to bounce, yeah, we are going to bounce, and 567 must clear to put 570, 573, 575 plus in play, okay? But 567 and 570 must clear, all right? And then possibly this double bottom right here could play out and push us higher. Microsoft, it's around 411.5 right now. We also have an inside candle setup. To be bullish, it's going to have to clear 412, 414, 413, 414.6, 416, above 416, I would be bullish with 417.5 and 419 plus in play. I can't really get bullish unless we can clear those levels, guys. 413 and 414.6. Because if we break down 411 and 409, we are heading down a lot lower, down to 405, maybe down to 401. Below 405, I would definitely be bearish. All right, guys, so that is the price action analysis that I have for you guys this morning. Thank you guys so much. Good luck this week. And, yeah, God bless our country. Peace.